Thank you so much for sitting in with me on this episode of Voice of Hope show. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please remember to come back again for more inspiration and more encouragement that you will hear. And when you hear it, my hope and my prayer is you will be stirred, you will be moved to take inspired actions. Actions that's going to look totally different from whatever I say or whatever you have probably been thinking before. You'll just have a new perspective on it. So I feel strongly that someone needs to hear, don't quit this very moment. Whether you're listening to on the replay or you're joining with us live, I just believe that you need to hear the words, do not quit. Do not quit. And I'm going to say it again. Do not quit. You may say, Marsha, what do you mean do not quit? You know the struggles I'm having right now? You know how stressing it is? I can't imagine your situation. But from my experience, I have learned that not quitting is the best thing, because not quitting shows that I'm in faith. Not quitting shows that I believe that God is the same yesterday, He's the same today, and He's the same tomorrow. Don't quit. Don't quit because it feels pressuring. Don't quit because you probably get that diagnosis, right? That the baby's going to be born with something, and you probably is being pressured to terminate that pregnancy. Don't quit. Don't quit. And you don't have to do it. You don't have to make no decision now. Let them know you don't have to make no decision right now. Because the reality is, there is hope. There is hope. And if you quit, you give up, terminate that child, then there's another piece of consequence. You have to deal with yourself. You have to deal with that when you do your research later on and realize that there is hope. So whatever the situation you're facing right now, whatever the challenges is or are, don't quit. Please don't quit. I strongly felt in my spirit that somebody here or would listen later on need to hear, don't quit. So we have all got to that place where we feel like we want to give up, where we feel like we have to throw the towel in, where after crying out our heart, which we think is the last, right? We want to throw the towel in, we want to give up, we want to quit. But I am encouraged to encourage you to not quit. Take another look at the situation or talk to somebody. Maybe you feel suicidal. Maybe you feel like you're going to do something bad somewhere. Talk to somebody. Because it's not everyone in every region understand sometimes the signs in mental stress or mental unease or mental unwellness. Some stuff is put upon us because of mental unwellness. The chemicals are out of balance. But don't quit. Don't quit. Don't do it. Don't give in. I feel strongly to just say it as it is. I don't know what I'm encouraging right now. Maybe you're going to listen tomorrow, next year, or whenever you come across the sound of my voice. Don't quit. Reach out to someone. Email us. I'm going to put the link in the description so you can email us. You can reach out to us. Something, DM something, or reach out to the nearest person. I love to tell people, based on all of the connotation around mental unwellness, persons can sometimes feel afraid to communicate with the people who are next to them. But take your phone up, And whatever the emergency number is in your area, call for help. In my area, it's 911, right? Whatever that number is in your area, reach out, say something to someone. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do it. Don't quit. Don't give up. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. We've all been there. We've all been there. And someone heard the voice of someone else and can now turn around and said, hey, be encouraged. And that's what I am here to do for you. Thank you so much for listening to Voice of Hope show. My name is Marsha Weigum. I'm a mom of 6 kids. One of them was diagnosed with Down syndrome, and I was encouraged to terminate that child. But we did not. We did not. We went on the journey, and we're still on the journey. Our son is just 3 years old. So we have 3 years on the journey of parenting our own. But one of the things, I will talk about that sometime, but one of the things I come to realize is that I was prepared way in advance. All right, we'll talk about that next time, what I mean by that. I give it in the backstory, right? But don't quit. That's my message to you right now. Don't quit. Given the times that we are in, given the many loss of life that we're experiencing, given the many mass shooting that we're seeing happening across the world, maybe in your town, maybe you have had an experience, close experience with that, losing someone in a mass shooting, or due to COVID or some other illness or diagnosis. Don't quit. The best is yet to come. You have to be that rock for the people in your corner. Somebody's waiting to hear your voice, right? So that you can be sent like I am sent to come and share these few words. Do not quit. And on top of that, the word of God says, I was looking at scriptures. Don't think about do not quit. I chose Joshua 1:9, and it says, have not I commanded thee, be strong and of good courage? Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, wheresoever thou goest. You're not alone, my friend. You're not alone. Don't quit. Don't give in to that pressure. And if it sounds like some voices in your head, talk to somebody and talk to somebody now. Yeah, you might feel ashamed and humiliated. You know what? You have to show up. You have a duty. You have a responsibility. You are here for a purpose. And only you can fulfill that purpose. So talk to somebody. All right. This is what I'm going to do next for you. I am going to thank you so much for joining and listening. And if you are encouraged, if you know somebody that needs some encouragement, please like this video or the audio, the podcast, subscribe, share it, right? Share it with someone. I would love to get a call. My number is somewhere on one of the links. I'm going to put Linktree on my Linktree app. There is already ways in which you can get in touch, but I would love to get a call from that person who this reminder, encouragement was for, because I know you're out there. I'm talking to you. You don't have to, don't take your life. Don't take it. Somebody is depending on you. You have the book to write. You have those family to show up for. You have the career path to pursue. Your awesomeness cannot be completed and cannot be replaced by no one else. You're so unique. You're so unique to the point where your voice, there's no one else with your voice, your tone of voice. Because when you think about the voice, everything, you have to think about the shape of the mouth, or the tongue sits in the mouth, right? Or the voice box and the vocal cord and all, everything is orchestrated. You're so unique down to the fingerprint. You are unique. So don't do it. Here's what I want to read for you. It's a poem by Edgar Guest. And it said, "Keep going." Keep going by Edgar Guest. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road you are treading seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure turns about when he might have won and he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggle has given up when let me read it again. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night slipped down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. Glory to God. Don't quit. Don't quit. Because as the poem said, success is failure that's turned inside out. Right? So just shift the perspective. Just shift the perspective and let's go on, because tomorrow is going to be even a better and a bigger and a brighter day. But one thing for sure, it ain't going to be the same. So capture the moment right now. If you need to talk to somebody, reach out. Reach out to us. Call that emergency number in your area. Call that friend. Walk up to someone and say, "This is how I'm feeling. Can you help me?" Probably they can't, but they will lead it to someone else. Or you go to the nearest emergency room and you said, "Help me." But don't you quit. Go ahead and rest if you must rest, but don't quit. You are a winner. You are a winner. Biologically, you are a winner. If you know any little thing about biology, and you know how the sperm and how everything work out, and they're in a big rush, millions of them. But that one, which is you and I, made it to that egg. And here we are. You are a success. It was like Marsha, nothing less. No, you are a success because you made it thus far and you are further to go because you are the change in your corner. You are unique. Your voice is what someone else will hear to help them. Your story, your hardship, your challenges that you go through now, grab the lessons, and then the lessons can become the message learned only by you. Wasn't from any book or anything. Organic, original. You have the original solution to someone else's problem or someone else's challenges. Your voice is unique. And I want to just leave you again with, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road seems struggling, the road you are treading seems all uphill. When the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Thank you for listening. If you listen with us for the first time, come back again. Share this video or share this audio if you're listening on the podcast. We try to do a podcast every week. Or you can go back and listen to the old ones that we have there. They're fresh. They're new every time because they're very relevant. And if you have a story of a challenge that you have gone through and you want to share it for inspiration, for motivation, for empowerment, for anything that will uplift someone else, not to be like you and I, but to be themselves because they're unique. But as you all know, sometimes the road that we're treading, we get rough. And some people will be resting on the road they're treading. Some people turn back. But rest if you must. Don't you quit. Until next time on Voice of Hope show. This is Marsha saying, I am an eagle, and we fight against doctors and win.